Dear students, I extend you a very warm welcome for today's class. So in today's class, the topic that we are going to study is trigonometry. So before we begin, let me tell you a few things about this topic. So this topic is one of the most scoring sections of the entire question paper. So why do I say so? Because this topic, trigonometry, is actually based on certain sets of formulas. Okay, and these formulas, which once mastered, which once remembered, can never go wrong, because if you have already mastered these sets of formulas, then you will never have to skip any questions, nor do you will find yourself stuck with any questions. So let us first understand the essence of all those formulas, and then we will see that each kind of pattern of questions that have been asked from this chapter. So what I have done is that I have bifurcated this entire chapter into the pattern of questions. So what we will do, for each pattern of questions, we will see that what are the formulas that one must be knowing, and then we will immediately solve the example questions to help you understand that how those formulas are put into practice. So let us see the first and foremost set of questions. So first and foremost set of questions is based on our basic understanding of the sine cos. So these terms that you must have heard in your school days, or if you have been through this chapter 1, sine, cos, tan, you must be aware that all these terms are basically related to a right angle triangle. So understand, so all these terms have actually their origin from a right angle triangle. So to understand the essence of all these terms, so we take an example. So what we see before us is a right angle triangle ABC, which is right angled at angle B. So by right angle, what do we mean? That the angle that has been formed here is 90 degree, a right angle. So apart from this right angle, there are two other angles as well in the triangle. So we choose any of these, of these two angles, we choose any one. So in our case, we choose angle A, which has been denoted as theta. So if we apply, or if we try to find the meaning of the term sine theta, cos theta, or tan theta, so what in essence are we actually trying to do? So these terms sine theta, cos theta, tan theta are basically the ratios of two of the three sides of this right angle triangle. So you can see from here, sine theta is actually the ratio of opposite side and hypotenuse. So if this is theta, so what will be the opposite side? Opposite of this would be CB. So this is the opposite side. So if you are trying to find sine theta, you'll have to use this formula. So formula tells us that sine theta is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. So which comes out to be, in our case, BC. BC is the opposite side divided by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is AC. Similarly, cos theta is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. So adjacent side means what? The side that contains this angle theta. So one side is hypotenuse itself, which is AC, and the other adjacent side is AB. So if you are trying to find cos theta, it comes out to be AB upon AC. Similarly, tan theta is equal to opposite side, that means again BC, by hypotenuse or adjacent side, which is AB. So these terms basically are related to a right angle triangle. Okay, so in certain cases you will also find the use of Pythagoras theorem as well. Apart from using this basics, you will also have to put in the application of Pythagoras theorem. Why so? Because all these terms are actually originated from a right angle triangle. So let us see what else one must be aware of. So tan theta, so as you have already seen that tan theta is the ratio. So these terms can also be written as the ratios of each other. So tan theta is equal to sine theta by cos theta, as you are aware. Cot theta is equal to cos theta by sine theta, and so on and so forth. So these are the basic formulas that one is aware of. So now what we are gonna do is that we are trying to understand that what are the patterns of questions. So what all different questions can be asked from what we have just learned. So we have just learned some basic formulas. We just have some basic understanding that what is sine, what is cos, what is tan, and how do these terms interrelate to each other. So which is exhibited in these formulas, that tan theta is equal to sine theta by cos theta, cot theta is equal to cos theta upon sine theta, so on and so forth. So now let us see the application of this knowledge. So let us understand the first pattern of questions. So now what we see before us is a application of this knowledge. So now you see the question before us is log to the base 10 of cos theta plus log to the base 10 of sine theta plus log to the base 10 of tan theta plus log to the base 10 of cot theta plus log to the base 10 of sec theta plus log to the base 10 of cosec theta. So this is appears to be question of log. So if you know the basics of log, so log to the base a x plus log to the base a y can be written as log to the base a. These terms can be multiplied, so x into y. So same can be done here as well, because the base is same in all the cases. As you can see, for all the terms the base is same, which is 10. So what we can write, so if you try to simplify these terms, so these can be written as log 10, you can take as common, and then you can multiply, you can simply multiply these terms. So which terms? Cos theta into sine theta into tan theta. So what can tan theta be written as? Tan theta can be written as sine theta upon cos theta. So if you wish, this can be written as sine theta upon cos theta into cot theta. So cot theta can be written as cos theta into cos theta by sine theta into sec theta. So sec theta can be written as 1 upon cos theta into cosec theta. So cosec theta can be written as 1 upon sine theta. So if you actually multiply these terms, you will see that these terms actually cancel each other. So this cos, this sine. So this basically comes out to be log to the base 10, and this entire product comes out to be 1. So this is actually what? 0. So 10 to the power 0 is equal to 1. Hence log to the base 10, 1 is equal to 0. So the answer for this question would be what? 0. So now let us see next question. So if theta is an angle which is between 0 to 90 degree, and it is known to us that sine theta is equal to 3 by 5 and x is equal to cot theta, then we are asked to find the value of this expression. So let us see how to go about this. So let us draw a right angle triangle first. So if this is a right angle triangle, let's suppose this is the right angle and this is theta. So it is given to us that sine theta is equal to 3 by 5. So what is sine theta? So sine theta is equal to opposite side by adjacent. So you can say that if this is A, this is B, and this is C, so we can say that sine theta is equal to perpendicular by hypotenuse. So we can say this is equal to AB upon AC. So if this is assumed to be 3, this is assumed to be 5, then using the Pythagoras theorem, as I already told you that these terms are actually associated to a right angle triangle. So if there is no right angle triangle, there is no significance, no meaning of these terms like sine theta, cos theta. So if this is 3, this is 5, if you apply Pythagoras theorem, you can actually find the value of BC. So BC would come out to be 5 square minus 3 square whole under root. So this comes out to be root 25 minus 9, so 16, so this is 4. So if this is 3, this is 5, so these are assumed value. It is not given to us, but sine theta is given to us. So we can simply assume that if this is 3, this has to be 5. So based on these two values, we can also conjuncture the value of BC. So BC comes out to be 4. Now what is cot theta? So if you now try to find out cot theta, so as per definition, cot theta would be BC upon AB. So BC upon AB comes out to be how much? So we have just found out the value of BC. So BC is equal to 4 and AB is equal to 3. So if you put this value here, so now we have the value of cot theta. So instead of x, we can actually put the value equivalent to 4 by 3 because x is equal to cot theta. So now we have found out the value of x in terms of numbers, which came out to be what? 4 by 3. So now let us simply substitute the value of this x in the expression that we have been asked to find. So let's do that. So what we have to do now, we have to simply put the value of x is equal to 4 by 3 in this expression, so which we have to determine. So let us do that. So 1 plus 3x. So now I'm going to simply write x as 4 by 3. So 3 into 4 by 3 plus 9x squared. So 9 into x squared. So x squared means what? 4 by 3 whole square. So 16 by 9. So can you see something? This 9 and this 9 are gonna cancel each other out. So similarly, this 3 and this 3 is also going to cancel out each other. So if you continue this pattern will also go on to continue. So 27 into x cube. So x cube is what? 4 cube by 3 cube. So 3 cube is 27. So 4 cube. So comes out to be 64. So if you see carefully, the powers of 3 are going to cancel out this coefficient. So if you continue with this, so 81 into 4 to the power 4. So 256 upon 81 itself. So this 81 and this 81 are gonna cancel each other out. So 243. Again, this 243 is going to get cancelled out because 3 to the power 5 is also 243. So 4 to the power 5 is what? 1024. So all this coefficient and denominators are going to cancel each other out. So what are we left with? We are left with 1 plus 4 plus 16 plus 64 plus 256 plus 1024. So if you add all this carefully, this comes out to be 1365. So answer is what? D. So let's take another example. So what is 10x plus 10y into 1 minus cot x plus cot y plus cot x plus cot y into 1 minus 10x 10y equal to? See, there are two ways to solve this. The ideal way to solve this, or I would say the best way to solve this, is to take any example. You take any example, for which the values of x and y are predetermined. What do I mean by predetermined? So for example, there are certain standard values for which you need to remember the values of this sine cos tan. For example, everyone has been advised to beforehand remember what is the value of these standard angles such as 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree. So similarly, if you are already aware of the values of tan and cot for certain angles, you can simply choose those angles and substitute here. So what do I mean? I will show here. So I can simply assume that x is equal to y is equal to 45 degree, and I will simply substitute those values and I will see that what does the answer comes out to be. Let me do that. So tan 45 degree is equal to cot 45 degree is equal to what? 1. So what I am going to do, that I am going to simply substitute this value instead of 10x plus 10y, and I will see that what the answer matches to. So 1 plus 1 instead of 10x. So I have assumed x to be 45 degrees. So instead of 10x, I am writing 10 45 degree, which is actually equal to 1. Same I am going to do with 10y as well. So the entire expression now becomes 1 plus 1 into 1 minus 1 into 1 plus 1 plus 1. Again the same story, 1 minus 1 into 1. So 1 plus 1 is what? 2. So this is what? 2 into 1 minus 1, 0. So 2 into 0 plus 2 into 0. So you can see the answer comes out to be 0. So this is the best way to do it. So we have to find the modified value, or we have to transform this equation, and let's see that which of the 4 options does it transform to. So how do we go about it? So we can express sec x in form of cos x and tan x in form of sin x and cos x. So let's do that. So the expression that is given to x can be rewritten as, so sec x can be written as 1 by cos x. Similarly, tan x can be written as sin x by tan x. So same has to be done with the denominator portion as well. So this I would now write as 1 by cos x plus sin x by, so this would be cos x rather. So you transform this further. So in both the numerator and denominator you can take cos x as common. So cos x common, which will later on be cancelled out. So this becomes 1 minus sin x, 1 plus sin x. So now this cos x and this cos x can be cancelled out. So this now simply becomes 1 minus sin x by 1 plus sin x. So now you can rationalize. So what do you mean by rationalizing? You multiply it with such a term, so both numerator and denominator with such a term that in the denominator portion of it we are simply left with a whole number. So let us see. So 1 plus sin x and 1 plus sin x, both numerator and denominator I multiply with 1 plus sin x. Why do I do so? Because one of it converts into a complete number. So this now becomes 1 minus sin square x, because this is a minus b into a plus b form, by 1 plus sin x whole square. So this becomes what? Under root of cos square x divided by 1 plus sin x whole square. So if you take the square root of this, so you will get, so this becomes cos x by 1